Hey there, Impact Zone fam. How is it going today? I have just a, hopefully at least very quick announcement to make here on the channel, which is basically that I am going to change a few things around, especially, well, directly, I guess, in regards to, like, pay-per-view reviews. I have found, like, I don't know whether I've mentioned this a few times on the podcast, but I've had a few internet troubles over the last few weeks, over the last few months. I really don't know what the issue is with uploading some of these videos and whatnot. What the issue is with the internet, I have no clue. I've taken the computer back, I've taken the modem back, I've done everything that I can think to do to try to fix the issue. So, although this idea might run into the wall of the internet issues directly, I do think it is worth doing. So, basically what we're going to do, instead of me recording these episodes via the recording software that I use, uploading them, well, I usually upload them to my computer, and then rendering them into videos, and then uploading them, which takes quite a bit of time, the rendering and the uploading, but instead of doing that, I will just do the reviews live, effectively. As soon as I finish watching the pay-per-view and whatnot, I will come on and do the review live. So the post shows will now be effectively live streamed directly after the show. At least I'm going to try to do that, and see how that goes. See if that makes the internet issues better. Plus, again, like, I think one of the things is, with this, will make it a lot quicker. It will mean that instead of recording for 30 minutes or for an hour or for however long it takes me to record it, then uploading it to my PC, then rendering it for however long it takes, 30 minutes to an hour or whatever, then uploading it to the YouTube, which might take, I don't know, an hour or two or something or whatever. Yeah, I will just well, I know that, like, there is a big delay in, like, has been a big delay in a lot of the post shows, and a lot of people haven't really loved that. And I haven't loved it either. And I don't know why I really haven't done this before, but it just sort of felt like this is a good solution to having two problems, I guess. So I think it was like, oh, well, before it was like, oh, yes, maybe there's a smaller delay and whatever else and all this other stuff with the internet, and I probably didn't think about it enough and just went, oh, well, it is what it is, kind of thing. But now it's like, oh, the internet is way, way slower for no real reason, or it just intermittently cuts out for no real reason. So yeah, that's not good. Yes, obviously I can hotspot it and things like that, but still, sometimes the computer itself is just being a bit of a bitch, and, for lack of a better word, but it is just being like, I detect no internet. Bro, what do you mean you detect no internet? I detect no internet. Computer says no. There is no internet. There is no Warren Bassing, say. But yeah, no, so I just think that, like, making the episodes go live, the post-show episodes go live, will be a whole lot better, and a whole lot quicker in many ways, at least hopefully, like I said. But we can only but wait and see how that's gonna go. So I do cross my fingers and hope that it does work. So I don't know whether to schedule it on the YouTube, because I'm not so certain about exactly what time these things will go live. So it'll just go live when it goes live, effectively. um, rather than saying it's going to go live at exactly after the pay-per-view ends or whatever else it is. Because again, I'm in a different time zone. It's a lot difficult, a very difficult task to kind of get these things as live. Sometimes there's just a lot of issues with that, and whatnot. So yeah, especially if it's like at 3 a.m. in the morning or whatever else it is. Depends what time it is. Like, you know, if it's like really late in the evening or whatever else it is, I don't know. But again, or really early in the morning, one way or the other. And I believe that they changed the time for this one to be the same as last time. So it's going to be at like, what, 3 or 4 a.m., 5 a.m. here, I think. Something like that. I don't know. Whatever it is, that is the time that it is going to be at. So I'm like, I was thinking about getting up at like whatever, 3 or 4 a.m., 5 a.m., whatever the heck it was, for one of the shows, that the last show, I believe. But I didn't do it. I just got up whenever I got up, or basically, I think I still got up at like 7:30 or whatever else it was. But still, I got up whenever I got up and watched the show whenever I got to start watching the show. And I'm pretty sure the pre-show or the countdown show had already finished by that time, and it was already, I think they were just perhaps starting the main event, or just partway through the main event at the point that I started to watch. So yeah, I know. I think when I started to watch maybe it was the second stream, that when I started watching, they were basically almost at the end of or basically at the main event. They were at some point during the main event. So anyway, that happened, stuff happened, things happened, and then, right, here we go, let's get this next thing going. And yeah, let's get that going, because like I was like, dude, this is a good idea to, you know, to keep the ball rolling and to keep the momentum going in many ways with me, because again, like, I can be like a bit forgetful or whatever else it is as well. So it's like, if I just see the show, it's more in it. I do have to sort of bring up the results to help me stay on track. But yeah, that's pretty easy, you know. Mostly post-show, they do post the results fairly quickly. So yeah, I don't think that really that's going to be a big issue. Maybe it'll be a slight issue. I'm not sure. Maybe like we'll have to wait like 10-15 minutes or something. I don't know. But still, like, I think that they write a lot of the show notes or whatever else you want to call it, like, as the show is kind of happening, I guess, to an extent. I don't know. But anyway, right. Yeah, so that is basically the announcement in of itself, in a nutshell. Obviously, again, like, it's very dependent on a lot of things. So if it doesn't work out, then we might have to figure something else out. But I still think that, like, let's just go live makes more sense. I might just do it on my phone. I don't know. Maybe that'll work better, but then I won't have a really, like, rendered thumbnail or anything like that, I guess. But still, we could do screen share stuff, I guess. So yeah, I mean, we could do screen share stuff for the review as well. If I recorded it on my computer or whatever. But yeah, so that's my plan. We will wait to see how it goes. At least, like, lockdown, that's the plan for now, because I don't want to have to spend an hour. Well, I'm just going to spend an hour, you know, doing the show either way, or an hour or two, or whatever it is, or probably an hour or thereabouts, reviewing the show. But then I would be like, bro, now I've got to wait an hour for it to render. then I have to wait another hour or whatever else it is for it to upload, and then I have to actually post it, and then it's like 3 hours later. It's like, dude, like that's way, way, way later. People want, not immediately, but like people want the show to, or these sorts of things to be fairly much immediate so that they can watch them whenever they want to watch them as soon as possible. Rather than, oh shit, 3 hours later, here's this thing. Oh, well, I'm already, on with my life. I've already seen 3 other reviews or whatever else it is. That's the thing. Or whatnot, if you really care, or whatnot. The thing is, my reviews, and that I'm not really just reviewing it to review it and say this was a good show, this was a bad show, or this was whatever show. It's never that. And I hope you guys know that. I'm always, always, always trying to be like, okay, so what does this actually mean? And where are we going from here? And that sort of thing. Sometimes it's really tough because sometimes they save a lot of stuff for the tapings and things like that. But though there aren't any tapings thus far, I don't think. Or maybe that's not Genesis, Bound for Glory that I'm thinking of. I don't know. But either way, yes. So we will wait to see how this plan unfolds. But yeah, I hope you guys will join me live. And I have, like I said, actually let me know if you guys want me to schedule it on the channel, and I might even make a community post about this as well, or just go live when I go live, because I think a lot of people are just like, yeah, whatever, or whatnot. So, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, guys, that is it for this one. And hope you have enjoyed one way or the other. And I hope that you will join me again in another one.